I just finished all of my orders for the week and I'm so excited to finally be able to market prep some. It's been so long since I've been able to market prep anything, and I still have quite a few things on this hefty list to get through as I am market prepping for all of my fall season, which includes 4 markets. So we have a lot of things to work on. So I'm really excited to be able to crochet outside of orders and keep building my inventory. As you guys have seen from a previous vlog when I did the sage green colors, I joined Magda's Gentle Color Project little chat group, and she picks a color for us to work on every 2 weeks, and then we crochet something surrounded by that color. You can use a lot of that color or a little bit of that color, but the last 2 weeks was the color pink or blush. I did use blush or pink for orders, but I did not get to use it for creating my market inventory. So I created a long list several weeks ago of things that I could possibly crochet that involved pink. Either it was a lot of pink or a little bit of pink, but I created that list so that I would have an idea of some things to pull from. And then I never got to that list. And now we are on a new color challenge, which is the color peach. So I am going to be combining both colors because there are a lot of items that involve pink for me, but then I also have some items that I've been really wanting to crochet with peach. So I'm just going to combine the 2 colors together. We'll use them how we can. I've already pulled out my peach and pink colors. I bought this color from Mama Made Minis when they first dropped it. It's Nectar. I only bought 1 skein of it. I think it'd be really cool if we could get through the whole entire skein this week. I feel like we can, especially with the things that I want to make with it. So we're just going to see if we can finish this skein. I also have Shell from Premier Basics Chenille Brights, but I don't know what happened to it at all. So I need to try to find it. I also have picked Blossom from, and that's funny, it literally matches my shirt. Just about. I picked Blossom as a pink. It also kind of goes in like a peachy pink vibe. I also have a lot of this coral pink, which is turning up more orangey on camera than it is. It's a really pinky pink orange. I have this color. I think that they call it peach on Premier Basics Chenille Brights. I also have this in Baby Bernat Blanket in Coral Blossom. I have a lot of this color, and although I use it for accents, I don't ever know what to do with this color. So we're going to try to get through it because I have so much of it, and I just honestly, I need some more space in the pink department. I have so many pinks, and even though I do use a lot of pinks, it's oftentimes like not the correct pink that I am looking for. Here, this is probably more the correct color that you see now. I don't know, it's still kind of orangey. It doesn't matter. Either way, I just have so many pinks that I need to really work through. Some of them are old pinks that I never touch, which won't really fit into this challenge because it's like hot pinks and brighter pinks and not necessarily a blush pink, but this is what we've kind of picked out so far for our colors. I also have some other pinks that we are going to be using, but I just picked out a few colors for the first couple projects for us to find. The first thing on my list today that I have been dying to make is Itty Gentry the Giraffe. I love Itty Gentry Giraffe. I think she is so cute, so sweet. I usually crochet her with Bernat Blanket in the color Gold with Baby Sand, but I have been really wanting to try this, and I think I'm going to pair it with toast. So I think these are really cute together. I'm thinking the hooves and the spots will be toast, and then her body will be this peachy orange color. I think that would be pretty cute, so I think that's what we're going to start with today for our little Gentry Giraffe in the Itty version. I also have the big size, but I don't think that this 1 skein is going to get me through. So we're just going to start with the Itty size first because she sells the best for me. And then I'll check back in with you guys. Hey guys, good morning. I just washed my hair, so I am waiting for it to air dry. Let me show you the things that I finished yesterday. So yesterday I did work on that Itty Gentry Giraffe, and then my battery died and I just let it die. And I just decided to continue working on makes. Plus I was running out of daylight. So I did finish Itty Gentry. Here is what she looks like in the nectar color. I think she turned out so cute. I love her so much. So she has nectar and toast. So cute. And then I just did safety eyes. Honestly, safety eyes is so much faster for market prepping. And I just really needed a change from embroidering eyes. Almost everybody's order the past 2 weeks has been embroidered eyes. And although I love that, it takes a really long time. So we have Itty Gentry, and then she has her little tail here in the back. So here is Itty Gentry. And then I decided to go a little rogue, and I did not really stick with the peach color, but I have been really wanting to crochet Goldie Goose. I think Goldie Goose is so precious. She's one of my favorites for either a boy or a girl. I made my niece a Goldie Goose when she was going to be arriving. I did it as a baby welcoming gift. So here is Goldie Goose. I did the ruffled tail on the back. I like this style better than just like the little circle tail that the book has. I either usually leave it with no tail or do like this ruffled tail. I do this ruffled tail on my chickens and really like that as well. I just surface crocheted on. But here is our cute little Goldie Goose. I think she's really sweet, and she's just a classic to have. I also like her in the plushie style. Every time that I've made her in the mini plushies from the book, she has sold along with the mallard version in the plushie. I don't know if I'll make either one of those today because I already have so many geese or goose or ducks with the Della Duck, baby Della Duck, this little cutie. I really want to try the Novie pattern. There's so many duck patterns, and even though they all sell well, it's an insane amount of ducks to just set out at one time. So even though I make all these ducks, only a few will be offered at each market because otherwise my entire booth would be all ducks. And then what if someone doesn't want a duck, you know? So anyway, my hair's starting to bother me now that it's starting to get more dry. It's currently almost 10 o'clock. It's 9:53. I have a little bit of time before I need to leave to take the kids to the dentist. They have appointments today. And last night I was just overwhelmed by all the choices that I had. And even though I really liked just kind of going down the list of, okay, my hair is really bothering me. I have to put it up. Okay, hair is up. I can't take it anymore. What I was saying is, I love the list that I created between the pink color and the peach color, but there were just so many options and I really honestly didn't care what I worked on. I just wanted to work on something. So I decided to do a little spinner thing where I literally just typed out every single idea in this spinner and then clicked spin. And last night after crocheting these guys, it landed on a Tilly the cat. It's a Fable friend and it landed on pink quartz. So it is the like variegated pink kitten. I'll put it right here. To crochet. So that's what we're going to work on next. I think that that's kind of what's going to help me to just kind of keep moving, and that way all my ideas are already in there. I just need someone to pick something because it doesn't really matter what I work on. I just want to work on something with market prep. So we are going to see how far we can get with Tilly the cat before I have to take the kids to the dentist. The dentist is about an hour and a half away. And I could find a dentist that's closer, but I really love our dentist that we found when we lived up in the city. And he is just a dentist that he's been seeing Mia since she was 5. He's seen the boys since they had their first tooth. He's just so good and so gentle, and the kids absolutely love him so much. They're not scared to go to the dentist. And so the drive is well worth it for me to go see this dentist. But anyway, that dentist drive is going to take up half of the afternoon. So we're just going to see what we can get done. But honestly, even though I only crocheted at night and got these 2 done, I sell Itty Gentry for $35. And the little goose for $40 at my market. So this was already $75 worth of inventory. And if you remember from the past vlog when I was talking about market prepping, I said that our daily goal would be between $70 and $90. So I already hit that just with market prepping 2 things last night. So I'm really excited about that because I have not market prepped in such a long time. We'll see what we can get done today, even if it's a late night crocheting session again. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab yarn and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey guys, good morning. I have my coffee here and I've just been enjoying my coffee while thinking about what I want to make for today. I don't know. I am just kind of prepping what I want to prep because it's been so long since I've been able to kind of crochet what I want to crochet outside of orders. I've been on like the same repeat of items, and so the last couple days I kind of just let myself kind of crochet what I want to crochet, and whether that was kind of within the challenge of using pink or peach, then it was. If it wasn't, then it wasn't. So let me show you what I did crochet. So I jotted everything down in a little spinner and spun it, and it landed on Tilly Cat. So I decided to go ahead and crochet. Don't mind my band-aid. I have a paper cut, which hurts so bad, and I was trying to do embroidering eyes, and it just kept snagging it and it hurt so bad. So I put a little Paw Patrol band-aid on there. There's Chase. But here is our Tilly cat. I crocheted her. I think she turned out really cute. And then because I was still really wanting to crochet Tilly, and last week we updated the old calico Tilly cat in my Etsy listing, and I wanted to do the same for our cute little Canyon because his face was also much longer than what it looks like now, and he is so cute. Like, I love him so much. This color is like the perfect cat color for like a little orange tabby. And I just think he's so sweet. So I did crochet 2 cats. I charged $28 each for the cats before sales tax. So after sales tax, depending on where I'm selling at, it's either $30 and some change, or $31 and some change. But here is Tilly Cat. Friday, Mia had to go work with my mom in her ceramic shop, and I had the boys with me because my husband had to go back to work. So I just took the boys down. We spent the day at the farm. They swam pretty much all day, and while they were swimming, I was working on the next Fable friend. I have been dying to crochet Brie mouse button overalls for his little cookie thing. So I crocheted 2 of the Brie mouse fables. They both have the little pockets. I haven't made their cookie yet, but I think he turned out so cute. So we did 1 in gray and then 1 in pebble. I have such a hard time crocheting with pebble. Like, pebble is the hardest color for me to get on board with. And even while I was crocheting her, I was just like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to love this because the brown is it has such a purple tint to it that it's kind of really hard for me to crochet with pebble. He is just so sweet. I again love the pocket. So we used pebble, and then this is frosted blue from Blanket, and then we used pale gray with again frosted blue. So 2 of our little mouse are done, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to pair it with If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I mean, clearly it is a mouse with a cookie, and I think that would be really cute. But at my market, I feel like it'd be a little odd to just have 1 book buddy friend. So I need to figure out, or really decide, if I do the book buddy, then I need to make some more book buddy friends. As a teacher, I love book buddies and book buddy friends. I think that it is so sweet, and it definitely encourages reading. And so it's just not something that I've done at a market. I have offered it before in my shop, and like on my Instagram and things. I would make things specifically for certain books, but it's been a while, honestly. I think these turned out really cute. Literally obsessed. Let me know in the comments whether you love her in pebble or you love the gray version. I think both are cute, but pebble did give me a little bit of a uncertainty. Okay, next up. I only have a couple more days to market prep. Again, I've worked on some orders behind the scenes, so I don't have my attention fully on market prep right now. So we're just going to kind of pick a couple more things to work on because I know that my time is limited, at least for like this color challenge. So I just picked a couple of extra things that I could work on, and I did color code them for how many days I have left to work. So today I wanted to focus on Dinosaur Loveys. It's been a while since I've crocheted a Dinosaur Lovey. I want to do pastel colors so that I can use Nectar and the soft pink. This is Blossom from Mama Made Minis. So I'll show you the rainbow colors that I picked out. I was originally going to crochet 2 Dinosaur Lovey Snugglers, but I think I want to also branch out a little bit more into market prep and not do only Loveys. So I am going to make 1 Dinosaur Lovey, but then I also want to crochet a Dune Dinosaur plushie. It is the little plushie from Mama Made Minis. When I took the Mama Made plushies last year to the market that is in Cole County, it is their fall festival. They have to pay to get in. All of them sold. The dinosaur, all of the cows that I brought, every little plushie size from Mama Made Minis sold. and it was insane. So I'm trying to build up that inventory again. We had like 5 of those plushies with me and they all sold. So I'm going to also make a Dune dinosaur that pretty much matches the Lovey, which I think would be really cute for like a big sibling, little sibling duo. So let me show you the rainbow colors. I'm going to use the light pink, and then I have picked, I have just a little bit left of this burnout blanket in the color gold, and then I want to do nectar, so these 3. And then moving on down the list, I decided to pair it with this lighter green. This is that spring grass or clergy sage color, because they were both labeled the same and the same hue color for me. And then I think this is frosted blue. I don't have the tag anymore on it, but I believe it's like frosted blue. And then we'll finish it with the Mama Made Minis colors. So this is Dewdrop and then Heather. So a little pastel rainbow colored dinosaur spikes. And I think that that would look really cute with our contrasted lead here. I want to finish up this little bit of lead. I was thinking about doing this also in Bernat Baby Blanket in the color Baby Sand, but I'm so limited on Baby Sand. I know I still have a full skein of it, but I really don't want to do it for market prep right now because I may need it in the future for orders. So I decided to just pull a color from the shelf, which is this color, to finish up on scraps, and then we'll move into the large skein. And that way I'm still like kind of clearing out inventory that's currently on the shelf before I pull another new skein down. But this color sells really well for me in the dinosaurs. So lead sells well. Baby Sand sells well. Also an off-white or gray color, and just like the normal traditional green. But I think I'm going to do lead. So I have a massive headache this morning. It's not even actually this morning. It's like 10 now. It's 10:59. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to move all of my yarn to the couch. So grab your drink, a snack, your whip, or what you are working on, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, I finished the little dinosaur Lovey. Here is what he looks like. He is so cute. I really love the color lead. It is really precious. And then we did the pastel spikes. But here is our little rainbow dinosaur. It also doesn't help that my shirt is matching like the dinosaur, so it might be a little tricky to see. I might have to show you guys again in the morning, but I think he turned out really cute. We have the pink and then gold, nectar, spring grass or clergy sage, frosted blue, dewdrop, and then heather. And I think he's cute. I'm really excited about him. Okay, it's time to make the little plushie size. I just wanted to give you a really quick update on him. I tried to show you a little bit of doing the bobble stitches. So I do use bobble stitches for the dinosaur spikes. It is just so much faster and easier. I really just despised crocheting the small little spikes and then sewing them on individually. Doing that is so tricky for me. Just sewing anything on like that is tricky, so I don't do that anymore. I only crochet the mini size dinosaur now. And Dune Dino from Mama Made Minis in the little plushie, it comes with the bobble stitches. That is why I have just done the bobble stitches. It's so much faster and easier, and then you just tie the ends together like I showed you before as well. So here is our cute little dinosaur. Now let's go make the bigger version and I'll check back in with you guys. It's been a couple days, but let me show you what I've completed so far. I last left you off when I crocheted the dinosaur Lovey. I think he turned out really cute. I love his little rainbow spikes. And then I started the Dune Dino's legs and arms, and then I kind of stopped there. I had a couple of custom orders I needed to work on, and then yesterday I didn't vlog. So yesterday I started working on Dune Dino and finished him as well. So here is the cute little Dune dinosaur. I think he turned out really sweet. He has an additional color spike here because his spikes have 8 and the Lovey has 7. They are the exact same except for this last little color here. This is Cosmo from Mama Made Minis. Here is what our cute little dinosaur looks like. I think he's so cute. I just love the knotted legs. I don't know. I know some people don't really care for it, and other people love it, but I love it. I love how chunky it looks. I like how, like, I don't know, it's just so different that it will draw people in to purchase it. Again, this is one of the plushies that was purchased a lot in the fall market, so I really need to stock up on this size. This is my second one. I know that I have the Triceratops, but that is all. I really need to make sure that I have time to make these little plushie sizes so that I can stock up and have more than 5 to offer at the first market, and that way they'll last me, because market prepping wise, it is much easier for me to prep little things in between markets than it is for me to crochet bigger items. And this guy is an item that takes a couple of hours. He takes me about 3 hours to crochet. And so since it takes a while, I can prep more in my 3-hour time for little items than I can just only prepping this guy. So that is my thought process. If I can crochet more big items, then I will have way more time to prep or restock the smaller items. This little duo set is going to be so sweet for a big sibling and little sibling set. I think it's so cute. Okay, so that's what we worked on. And then last night I started working on the Novie Duck. I wanted to keep using the peach color. I have 2 sets of legs for 2 Novies, and we'll see if we can get them done today. Today is my last day of market prepping with peach and pink. I have the list, but really I'm just going to kind of crochet what I want to crochet. I would like to finish the 2 Novies and do the pig cuddle critters. I know in the last couple times that I've batched the cuddle critters, I have crocheted 6 total with 3 regular and 3 rattle. But the fact is that the pig cuddle critter doesn't sell as well for me as the other cuddle critters. So I will probably only prep 1 or 2 of each instead of 3, because it's not picked over as often. It will be picked up if it's almost like the last item left. So really the ones that are always picked up is always the cow and the mallard, and then up next is usually the duck. So the chicken and the pig are like the last ones to usually get picked for me. So I'm not going to prep too many of them. So that is the game plan for today. I would also like to crochet 1 or 2 of the Peony Flowers, because I still have this yarn, and I remember that the Peony Flowers sold, like it was one of the first ones to get picked up in this coral blossom or peach color. This one is from Baby Bernat Blanket. Then they also have one from, actually, is it Bernat Blanket or is it's the Premier. So Premier's color peach. This is this one. This one, the peach one from Premier is just a tad brighter than Coral Blossom from Bernat Baby Blanket, but still pretty much the same shade. So I need to see if we can get rid of this guy. It takes me forever to get rid of colors like this because I don't know what to do with them, and or it just doesn't always fit the vibe. I don't know. I'm just such a natural, neutral girly that this color kind of drives me nuts. And I even went back and forth about whether I was going to actually use nectar or not for Novie, because all of my other ducks have mustard for her feet, and I really wanted her to, in a way, be the same as the other ducks in my shop. But I really need to get rid of this peach. And I do still think it's cute. It's like a muted peach. And also, while crocheting Novie, there's so many pieces. Like, I didn't realize how many pieces there were going to be for Novie, so I really hope that she's actually quite fast, because, I mean, the little legs took no time. But I started crocheting the wings. This is way off topic. I'm like completely scatterbrained. But the wings didn't look as big as they should have been, so I'm recrocheting the wings. And then I was looking at the pattern, and then you have to crochet the top piece for the beak and then the bottom piece for the beak. And I was just really hoping that it was all going to be like surface crocheted. That is today's plans and goals. We'll just kind of see what we get done today. Today, I think I already told you, is going to be the last day for Nectar and Pink, because I'm ready to move on to something else. Actually, I've been really dying to crochet the woodland animals. I really want to crochet with redwood. From Mama Made Minis, I bought several skeins of redwood because I think that would be such a cute little fox color. And now after crocheting the big plushie, I really want to crochet a fox big plushie and the Lovey and everything in between. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I have my coffee here. You're going to see me crochet today probably with this little fancy guy, my wrist has been really hurting. I told you guys in the last vlog about carpal tunnel, and for whatever reason, my hand has been like, my whole wrist is in pain. It's better now, but that's kind of also why I didn't vlog yesterday, was because I took a lot of breaks in between, and like hours of breaks. Like I would take a break and probably take the break for about 2 hours to let my arm kind of relax a little bit. But it also felt like growing pains, how it's just throbbing for no reason. So you're gonna see this guy today a lot because I'm just gonna keep it on there. It has that cooling ice pack inside, and it's just been really helpful. It doesn't hurt today, but I'm just going to keep it on just in case. So let's go ahead and get started. Here is where I'm at with Novie. She is so cute and she's not even done. I'm getting ready to start her head. I'm just a little worried that it might be a tad twisted. So it might be a thing where I have to work on not necessarily my tension, but the placement of the beak. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes once I start putting polyfill and stuff in the head, but I feel like it should slightly be turned. It's just, I don't know. It's just a tad, just literally probably by 1 stitch off. That's how crazy it is. But I think she's so cute. I love her so much. I cannot wait to finish her. So I'm going to keep working and then I'll check back in with you guys. This is my first Novie, so it's taking me just a little bit longer to crochet, but I did her little tail, which I'm assuming is correct. I wasn't able to find photos of the tail and the pattern, so I think it's correct. But I still have another Novie to crochet, and that gives me 2. Yeah, so let's keep going, and then I'll check back in with you guys. Okay guys, I finished the cutest little Novie Duck. She turned out so cute. I love her so much. So here is what she looks like. I love that she's fully plush. Like, that's just so cute. I also do really like how Nectar came out with the Novie Duck. The headband took me quite a few tries to do though, because the first one, I was going to use one of the new colors from crochet.com. It's like this pale pink. It's paler. It's more of a peachy pink tone versus like this other acrylic color that I have. This was the first one. It ended up being too small. It wouldn't go around her head. It also doesn't have much stretch. It was also quite smaller in texture. It was a cotton style yarn, so I really didn't love how much of the gapping there was. And then the second one that we did, I decided to just try again with just normal pink. But again, it didn't quite fit around her head. So we did it for a third time. I increased the bubble rows. I think for this one I did 14, and then the one that actually fits on her head was 16. The 14 one did fit around the head. It just wasn't enough to fully tie without it being too tight and the bobbles part being really stretched out. Love how her eye details are, her headband, her little beak here, which is so cute as well. And yeah, so here's the first one done. I still need to make a second Novie Duck. I have the feet and the wings, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I think I will pick either a purple color or taffy. I really love how taffy looks, and I'm really curious to see what she looks like with the nectar color feet. So let's go ahead and just get started, and I'll check back in with you guys and show you the last Novie Duck. Okay guys, we finished our last Novie Duck. I think she turned out so cute. I love her in taffy. She's so sweet. And this is the one that I decided to play around a little bit more with the placement of the beak. So I did move it over one stitch because I didn't tell you, or I forgot to tell you, I did end up having to sew this head down just a little bit so that she wouldn't be lopsided, because her beak wanted to face crooked, and so I did have to kind of tack it down a little bit here on the side so that her head was straight on and not crooked at all. So here is this one, and then this is the second one. The second one I did the adjustment, so I didn't have to sew it down at all, which I do really like as well. So here they are. I don't know why her head looks a little bit more rounder than hers. I think I put her eye placement just a tad bit over on the, like a little bit too far over. But I did it based on the increases down here, like she says in the pattern, just like I did with this one. But for whatever reason, this one looks more closer together than like this one does. So I think this eye is just slightly too far over. It needs to come in just a little bit, but that's good to know for next time. I will put these in the market. I don't think it's like too obvious and still looks really cute no matter what. But for someone who's like really looking and really picking at maybe like what's wrong and who is a crocheter, you'll probably see it. But other than that, I think these little Novie Ducks turned out really cute. I really did enjoy the pattern. I did time myself for the taffy one, and even though like I had previously made the feet and the wings, overall to crochet the whole body, the eye shaping, the nose, because I hadn't crocheted this yet, so I crocheted the top beak and the bottom beak, did the eye shaping, crocheted the headband, and tied it around. The timer was 1 hour and 4 minutes. So I think including with the feet and the arms, she will take me about, I don't know, probably an hour and a half, because really the feet didn't take very long at all, and I know the wings didn't either. So I'm going to say it's about an hour and a half to make this, maybe an hour and 40 minutes. But I think that's really good for the size that she is. She originally, like, I think she's a decent size. I think she's, it's cute that she can sit. I just tacked in the legs just a little bit, so she's not really in a sitting or standing position. She's just tacked here so that she can sit if she wants to. She can stand up. I love how she sits on her own and how the wings help like balance her to sit. Yeah, I'm really excited that I got to crochet and make this. Novie has been on my list since the day she was announced that she was coming, and I have loved her so much. So I'm really glad that I was able to take time today and crochet Novie. I think she's so cute. It is currently 5 o'clock now. I need to get dinner together, and I also still want to crochet the Peony Flowers because I want to finish, here it is. I want to finish this skein of yarn. I don't know how many Peony Flowers this will give me. I think I'll probably just crochet until this is all gone. But this is how much we have left of nectar. It's kind of a mess though. I really need to wind it. I think this could get me 2 more Novies, but I'll have to think about it. But it's nice that we got most of this skein used up. I only bought 1 skein of this, and I'm not quite sure if I'm going to buy another skein of it or not. It might be something that once this style is sold with nectar, then we just move to mustard like I always do with all my ducks. I haven't decided if it will be a color that I continue to restock because I don't really use it that often. It could also depend on how well the Gentry, the giraffe, sells in nectar versus gold. So lots to think about, and we'll see if we keep the color in stock or not. It really just depends on how well it sells on the items that I crochet and make with. So that is the rundown for today. Let's go ahead and crochet some flowers. Hey guys, good morning. Let's catch you up on what I crocheted. I said I wanted to work on the Peony Flowers, and I did work on them. I got the flower buds done. So here is the peony flower in blossom. This was that coral blossom, and then I also had this darker pink to also use up, and I did use most of this skein up. I had just a little bit of this color left, so I went ahead and made a flower, and I used up the rest of the yarn, which is exciting. This color used up most of that little skein as well. There's just like maybe about half of it left, so I think if I make another flower, it's not going to be enough to fully finish the flower, but I can at least get rid of that 1 skein and then start the next skein. So we have 3 flower tops. I need to crochet the bottoms and the stems, but I'll probably do that later today. We have an appointment this morning, so I'm just going to end the vlog here. I wanted to share with you guys really quickly overall what I did crochet this week, because I wasn't the best at vlogging the market prep because time was just so in between that I really just had like small pockets of time that I just crocheted as I could, and sometimes I vlogged it, sometimes I didn't vlog it. So overall total for the inventory with the flowers, even though they're not completely finished, I crocheted $428 worth of inventory for this week using peach and pink as my primary focus in colors. I want to do a rundown really quickly of each item that I made and the total that I charge at the market for. So first up, we did Gentry the Giraffe in nectar, and I charged $35 before sales tax for Gentry. Goldie Goose is $40 before sales tax. Then we have our kittens, the pink and the orange one, and I charge $28 each for them at the market. We have the mice, and I charge $28 before sales tax as well. We crochet Dozer Dino, which is $45 at the market. Dune Dino Plushie is $60 at the market. And then we have the Novie Ducks, which I decided to charge $35 for each of them at the market, which gives me $70 for my total in inventory between these two. I went back and forth between how much to sell these for. I have the pricing strategy that I use, which is Cameron's Cute Creations. I timed myself for the second Novie, which I said was going to be about 1 hour and 40 minutes. And then I plug it into her pricing calculator. I weigh all my materials, plug it in, and it gave me a total of $32 to use for my market. However, the dilemma was between the baby Della duck, this Novie duck, and the large Della duck because the pricing is very close. I currently charge $35 for baby Della duck at the market. I decided to up my pricing for baby Della this year because she has embroidered eyes. Her headband is thicker. So I struggled back and forth a little bit with how much to actually price Novie. So I think I've decided to charge $35 for Novie because she's fully plush, even though she doesn't take as long because she has like the embroidered eyes. Her headband is thinner. We did 35. The larger snuggler has always been 45 for Della Duck, so that wasn't a big problem. The problem was the price between the Novie and the baby Della Duck, because clearly baby Della is much smaller but was the same price as Novie. So I did decide to move baby Della down to $30 instead of 35 because she is smaller, even though she takes a little bit more time just with the embroidered eyes and her thicker headband. I just felt like it kind of made more sense. I didn't want to do $40 for Novie because I felt like she would sell better at 35. So even though I have the pricing strategy for 32, I decided to up it a little bit for 35 to even out the prices between baby Della, now Novie, and the large Della Duck. So that is where we got the pricing for that. And then with our flower buds, even though they're not finished, I'll finish them later. They are $22 each at the market as well, because they do take a little bit of materials with the petals, and I think when I timed myself, it was still like 40 minutes. That's the final total of $428. Hopefully that is helpful for you as you are pricing your items. Everyone has different demographics, and that may change your pricing. This pricing strategy has just worked for me in the past, and I use it every time I price a new item. I'm really excited to continue market prepping in the next couple vlogs, so be sure to come back and see what else we market prep for. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.